When one of my mutuals was comparing this to a Tommy Wiseau production, I was over here like... Say that again? Traumatika is a horror film about a demon that is let loose by someone that is wreaking havoc over the family. Before I get to this review, leave a follow more film content. I first heard about this movie because some of my mutuals have talked about this movie in terms of being gory and pretty messed up that had my curiosity. But I honestly forgot about this movie until Jagger Film Reviews actually brought it up to my attention with his reviews saying that how much he hated it and compared it to a Tommy Wiseau production that had my curiosity right away. I literally stopped watching Point Break just to watch this movie and see what the hell is going on with this one. While I don't hate the movie per se, I definitely thought it was so terrible. The faint positives I can say about this film are that the makeup effects when it comes to the gory aspect are not that bad. It didn't make me wince in pain, but I definitely felt like there was some form of effort put onto it, as well as the demon design. I also really like the retro soundtrack that remind me a lot of Hotline Miami, which I really do appreciate. There's a lot of funny moments in this film, but for the wrong reasons. When I first watched the beginning of the film, I genuinely thought I was watching a completely different film that I honestly thought I was watching a religious film. I literally said to myself, am I watching His Only Son again about the whole Abraham situation? Like, what is going on? Then when the movie ends the beginning like this, it is so funny. This movie got 2 time jumps in the first 20 minutes. I literally thought I was watching a Saw film. Then we get to the kid storyline that I thought at first the perspective from the kid is an interesting trick, but the only issue is that it doesn't feel all that natural, especially with the whole blinking that feels like an afterthought. Then we get to the cop character, and I thought his inclusion to the film was very funny. The movie loves to emphasize on the gore effects at some points. I really felt like it was just trying to be like a gore fest, but there's not a lot of satisfying moments to really make these effects stand out. And for a movie that is less than an hour and a half, it really felt so long that I honestly thought it should have been a short film. The acting was actually kind of funny too. That's very subpar in terms of trying to be scared or scary, and it didn't really work on both ends. And the design of the demon itself was actually interesting at first, but then when they had the freaking googly eyes, it just like ruined all type of scare factor out of that demon. I also have to talk about the marketing of the film because the teasers show that like we are not permitted to show this trailer because of its disturbing content, but when you watch the movie itself, it feels like there's barely any moments that feel like it was all that disturbing. So it literally felt like a scam to get people to watch this movie. When the premises talk about night terrors, that's like barely in the movie, as the whole movie is not emphasizing on the night terrors that he was going through. For a movie that's supposed to dive into trauma, it really doesn't have anything to showcase that really makes it refreshing from all the other films from 10 years ago that dives into trauma a lot more than this one. And the ending of this film, a very eye-rolling moment with that one-liner. Traumatika is a terrible film that I did have some form of enjoyment out of it on an ironic sense, but it definitely is a film I don't recommend seeing. I give this film a 2 out of 10. If you like this review, leave a like, favorite, and follow more film review content.